Good day, Sint Maarten. I'm Jacinta Lazaro.
And I'm Austin Lawrence.
Welcome back to another edition of Sint Maarten NEWSDESK.
Brought to you by TV15.
We bring the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
Show back Thursday. But we have new articles today, so check out these headlines.
Curaçao became the smallest nation ever to qualify for World Cup. Curaçao made global football history after securing a place in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, becoming the smallest nation by land area and population to ever reach the tournament. The island of just 156,000 people clinched qualification with a decisive 0-0 draw against Jamaica, surpassing previous record holders Iceland. The achievement capped a remarkable turnaround led by veteran Dutch coach Dick Advocaat, who took over in January 2024 after financial issues in the federation were resolved. Advocaat, now 78, may become the oldest coach in World Cup history. His experience and disciplined approach were credited with transforming the team's mindset and professionalism. A key part of Curaçao's success was tapping into its Dutch-based diaspora. Most of the starting lineup was born in the Netherlands and previously represented Dutch youth teams. Players such as Tahith Chan, Armando Obispo, Jurgen Locadia, and the Bacuna brothers provided top-level experience, while winger Kenji Gore, the only squad member born on the island, scored in their crucial win over Jamaica last month. Curaçao dominated the early qualifying rounds, defeating St. Lucia, Aruba, Barbados, and Haiti before topping a tough final group against Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Bermuda. Their place at the World Cup was sealed after a late Jamaican penalty was overturned by VAR, sparking celebrations across Willemstad and the wider diaspora. Players described the moment as a miracle and destiny, marking a historic milestone for the small Caribbean nation and its footballing future.
Dreams will come true. World Cup dreams for either the hosts, Jamaica, or their visitors, Curaçao. The final match. Kickoff in Kingston. Dreams come true tonight. Bacuna goes for a goal. Easy one. Andre Blake. Crowd a little bit worried. The ball was bobbling. Gets it long. Nicholson has a shot that ricochets. Room there to make a save. Junina Bacuna taking it away into the area. Halftime whistle rings out in Kingston. Still scoreless. Into Feets. Trying to work his way. And now Lemby Kisa up towards the back stick. Nicholson off the crossbar. Hansen takes over for the Blue Wave, slipping it in behind. Chance! Buried! Curaçao lead! Or do they? That's clever. Around Bacuna. Stands it up into the area for Russell. This could fall onto the post for a third time. Obispo gets the header out. Curaçao have done it. A Blue Wave is heading to the World Cup for the first time in their history. Curaçao are World Cup bounds. They will become.
You know, I'm from the island, Curaçao. We the best. We a small island, but with a big heart. Congrats, Curaçao. I love Jamaica, but My place is Curaçao. So much love, lots of respect, blessing.
The world for me, it's fantastic, and for the island, it's amazing. I have no words, Goosebumps all over the place, very emotional, all for the country.
Minister Brug confirms SZV in-person services for seniors returning in January. Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labour, the Honourable Veronica Brug, has announced that the social and health insurance company SZV will resume in-person services for seniors starting January 2026. The move comes after concerns were raised about seniors relying primarily on online support for essential services. Following Minister Brug's formal instruction last month, SZV is finalizing preparations to safely and efficiently welcome back seniors. The new system will feature a centralized service area designed to provide all assistance in one location, enhancing accessibility, comfort, and convenience for elderly residents. Minister Brug emphasized the importance of this step. Our elderly population deserves dignity, respect, and direct support, not mainly digital options. I thank SZV for responding swiftly and ensuring seniors can once again receive the help they need in person. An official SZV announcement will confirm the exact reopening date and outline the new service arrangements. This initiative reflects Minister Brug's broader commitment to strengthening community services and supporting the well-being of Sint Maarten's senior population.
Minister Brug calls for greater support of men's well-being on International Men's Day. The Honourable Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labour, Regional Brug, marked International Men's Day 2025 by urging the community to recognize the pressures men face and to support their mental health and emotional well-being. Brug said men often carry heavy expectations as fathers, partners, leaders, and providers, yet many struggle quietly. He stressed that seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. Throughout 2025, the Ministry of VSA rolled out several initiatives aimed at improving men's health, including targeted mental health awareness campaigns, programs promoting healthy lifestyles and preventative care, support for responsible fatherhood, and safer spaces for men to discuss stress, grief, and emotional challenges. Community-based networks for men and young fathers have also been strengthened. Brug thanked the men of Sint Maarten for their contributions, saying they play an irreplaceable role in building a stronger, more compassionate island. He encouraged residents to use International Men's Day as a moment to check in on the men in their lives and continue reducing stigma around men's mental health. In our featured story, the Dutch Caribbean has grown and changed more than many realize. After the break, we begin unpacking new data that may reshape how these islands plan for the future. Up next, here's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Twinkle Jam, and on November 29th, it's all about the LMAO comedy show. And guess who's going to be in the building? Boring. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite grandmother, and I'll be in the building at the Elbow Comedy Show. You see that? It's not even Elmo. It's not LMAO. The message is Elmo. What is the LMAO? Laugh Mike, what it stands for? I can't say it, you're right. But you must see. Yes, guys, come with your belly empty because Passion Cuisine gonna have good food. They're gonna have good music and entertainment, and you know we're gonna have good laughter with all the comedians that are gonna be there. We're talking about Trinidad, we have Haiti, we have Sint Maarten and Dominica. All the better come for the flag. Make sure all you come and represent. Make some noise in the place like it's Creole Festival Part 2, but just with laughter. You see, guys, all you have to do is. So granted, not that I just some of them he was missing a program, that he was missing a substance. That's how people will come to the show now. See you guys in the building on November 29th. LMAO Comedy Show.
They want to give you big foot. Whoa, yeah. Big foot. They want to give you big foot. What that? Big foot. They want to give you big foot. Big foot. They want to give you big foot. What do the rebuke them? In the name of Jesus. What do the rebuke them?
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Maarten, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Maarten. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Maarten by St. Maarten hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with a Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you all the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us. Don't forget to follow NEWSDESK on Facebook for your daily Sunshine Report. So as you enjoy the rest of your day, stay safe, stay friendly, Sunshine City.
Soca Rumble 2026 registration now open for local artists. Registration is now open for Soca Rumble 2026, marking the return of the popular local soca competition to the Sint Maarten Carnival schedule after a few years hiatus. The event, part of the 55th Carnival edition, offers artists a platform to compete in groovy soca, that's up to 135 BPM, and power soca, 136 BPM and above. Eligible participants must be residents of St. Maarten and at least 18 years old by October 15, 2026. Tracks must be fully mixed, mastered, and released specifically for Carnival 2026. Submissions are open from November 17 to December 17, 2025, with final tracks due by January 15th. 2026. A selection panel will announce the final lineup on January 30th, 2026. A lot of dates. The Sint Maarten Carnival Development Foundation, SCDF, emphasizes Soca Rumble's role in showcasing local talent and contributing to the growth of homegrown soca music. This year's This year, SCDF has highlighted 12 culture-themed nights, reinforcing local content as a core feature of Carnival 2026. Organizers encourage artists to submit their work on time to ensure proper promotion and inclusion in this key cultural event.
Chinese Consul General visits Prime Minister Mercelina to strengthen diplomatic and community ties. The Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Luc Mercelina last week received He Zhang Cabin, Consul General of the People's Republic of China in Willemstad, for a courtesy visit at the cabinet of the Prime Minister. The meeting focused on strengthening diplomatic dialogue, recognizing the contributions of the Chinese community in Sint Maarten, and exploring practical, people-focused cooperation in areas such as cultural exchanges and small-scale economic initiatives. Prime Minister Mercelina emphasized the importance of constructive engagement with international partners to support Sint Maarten's development goals, saying, "We appreciate the contributions of the Chinese community and discuss ways to foster community well-being, cultural understanding, and responsible collaboration within our national priorities." Consul General Zhang Cabin highlighted the safe and harmonious environment for the Chinese community on the island, and reaffirmed his commitment to supporting cooperative initiatives aligned with Sint Maarten's governance and international standards. Both parties agreed that future collaborations will prioritize transparency, community benefit, and continued goodwill between Sint Maarten and the Chinese community.
Sint Maarten native Denicia Mead gains global recognition through Workday. Sint Maarten native Denicia Mead is being recognized on the global stage after her image was featured in advertisements for Workday's upcoming Work Connect event across offices in the United States. Adding to the international spotlight, another photo of Denicia will be displayed at a Workday conference in Barcelona, Spain, highlighting her as part of the company's employee spotlight and global connectivity initiatives. Workday, a leading provider of human capital and financial management solutions, is showcasing Denicia to reflect the talent, dedication, and potential of individuals from Sint Maarten. Representatives praise her achievement, noting that her success inspires the local community and demonstrates the value of perseverance and hard work. Denicia Mead's recognition reminds us of Sint Maarten's hidden talents, making an impact worldwide. Still ahead, which island grew the fastest and which is aging at record speed? A closer look at surprising population shifts is coming up in our featured story right after this.
You know, we all talk about having rights. And yeah, we do.
We have the right to be safe.
The right to learn and get an education.
The right to speak up and be heard.
The right to dream big and build our future.
But listen, rights don't stand alone.
We also have responsibilities.
Real talk, if we want respect, we gotta give respect too.
Sint Maarten is our home.
So let's protect it. Keep our beaches clean, our streets clean, and show love to nature.
Healthy island, healthy future.
Our parents and guardians do a lot for us.
Let's show respect, talk to them, and listen, even when it's hard.
School prepares us for life.
So we show up, we stay focused, and we put in effort.
We want opportunities, so we work for them.
We are part of this community, every village, every culture, every neighborhood.
Let's be kind, positive, and supportive.
A stronger community starts with us.
And most importantly, we are responsible for ourselves.
We make healthy choices for our mind and body.
We believe in our goals and our voice and our future.
Our rights give us power, our responsibilities makes us leaders. Together we rise.
The Convention of the Rights of the Child isn't just a policy, it's protection and responsibility. When our children learn their rights, they are better prepared to take on their responsibility. This public service announcement is brought to you by the Department of Youth.
Hi, I am Karim Tulen, co-founder of Carib Assist Pro. Our goal is to help busy professionals, elderly, housewives, local, tourists, practically anybody that needs assistance in the day-to-day chores.
We have different services like groceries, do your shopping, and also run your errands. We can provide transportation services for all members of the family, whether it's you on commute or getting the kids to school. House activities and house services that include pet sitting. All of these let us take off your hands and let us make those reservations so you don't have to stress about having a good time.
So you can have less stress and more free time. Through our discretion, we make an impression.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every life, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road.
Today, we're closing the show with a deeper look at a new population report released by Statistics Netherlands, shedding light on 15 years of growth, migration, and demographic change across the Dutch Caribbean. From rapid expansion on some islands to sharp aging trends on others, the findings painted a complex picture of a region in transition. Here's Alston with our featured report. What did 15 years of change reveal about the Dutch Caribbean's population?
According to the latest long-term comparison by Statistics Netherlands, the population of the Dutch Caribbean grew by 8% since 2011, reaching more than 330,000 residents in 2025. But beneath that modest increase lay dramatic differences from island to island, differences that shaped economies, cultures, and local labor markets. Curaçao remained the most populous island, home to 156,000 residents, followed closely by Aruba with 108,000. Meanwhile, Sint Maarten, based on its latest available figures, recorded 43,000 people in 2023. But the island that transformed the most was Bonaire. Bonaire's explosive growth In 2025, Bonaire had nearly 27,000 residents, but what stood out was the scale of its expansion. Almost 70% growth since 2011, driven largely by migration. That growth reshaped the island's identity. The share of residents born on Bonaire fell from 42% in 2011 to 30% in 2025, while newcomers increasingly arrived from the European Netherlands, South America, and Central America. A similar shift occurred on Saba, where the proportion of native-born residents dropped from 31% to 22% over the 15-year period. On Statia, the native-born share actually rose slightly, one of the few islands where the trend moved in the opposite direction. For Aruba and Curaçao, the share of residents born locally held steady. On Sint Maarten, the change was modest, but still downward. Across all islands, aging accelerated, most strikingly on Curaçao, where 1 in 4 residents was age 65 or older in 2025. 15 years earlier, seniors made up less than 14% of the population. The Caribbean Netherlands, Bonaire, Saba, and St. Eustatius remain younger, with seniors accounting for about 15% of the population. But even that was a noticeable rise from 10% in 2011. Aging populations brought new pressure on healthcare, social services, and labor supply, a challenge all islands increasingly faced. Languages. Who's speaking what? Language patterns also underscore the region's diversity. On Curaçao, Papiamento dominated, spoken by 80% of residents. On Bonaire, it was spoken by 62%, while Spanish and English held equal shares at 15% each. On Aruba, Papiamento remained the primary language, but in the northern islands, Sint Maarten, Saba, and St. Eustatius, English was by far the most widely spoken language, reaching 71% of residents on Sint Maarten and more than 80% on the other 2 islands. Unemployment fell significantly on most islands. On Curaçao, the jobless rate dropped from 13% in 2014 to 8% in 2024. Aruba saw unemployment halved from 8% to 4% over roughly the same period. Bonaire also recorded steep improvement, moving from 6% to 2%. The exceptions were found in the smaller islands. St. Eustatius saw unemployment rise slightly from 3 to 4%, while Saba maintained the lowest rate in the entire Dutch Caribbean at 1%. The report also highlighted the pressure of rising prices. Curaçao experienced the sharpest long-term increase, with prices up 37% since 2011. Aruba saw the mildest rise at 13%. Across the region, inflation peaked in 2022, an exceptional year in which rates ranged from nearly 4% on Sint Maarten to 10% on Bonaire. What this growth really means is the 15-year overview ultimately showed islands that grew, aged, and diversified at very different speeds. For policymakers, that meant future planning around housing, labor, education, immigration, and healthcare would look vastly different from one island to the next. And for residents, it raised a deeper question: how could these islands prepare for a demographic future that is already well underway? Back to you, Jess.
Thanks, Alston. The numbers may differ across the Dutch Caribbean, but the message from the latest population study was clear. The region is changing, and those changes are accelerating. We'll continue tracking what this means for governance, services, and the daily life across the islands. This has been our featured story. Thanks for watching. That's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten News Desk.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and then across our social media platforms. I am Alston Lawrence.
And I'm Yesenia Lassero. Wishing you an amazing evening. See you tomorrow.
Yep. Stay friendly.
Sint Maarten.